Letters of John Nelson Darby, Volume 1, Letter 8E, of 1031. p. 24. My very dear brother, Mr. H. Barliage, I received your letter with great comfort, both as witness of your kind remembrance, and as letting me know of my dear brethren and sisters at Plymouth, who now so much scattered, that I miss so many well-known names, I trust only for a while. How much I love them there they, I trust, in a measure, and my own heart, surely know. The Lord has shown me many pleasant services, still, the opening out to so much brotherly kindness, and love, and fellowship was, I believe, first at P, and my heart continually turns there with the fondest recollection of it, though a better place is still before us. I do feel every day the infinite deficiency of one's labor, and do long for the abounding of this labor in myself, and to see the Lord's vineyard continuously dressed and cultivated, so that no need should appear, and laborers in it, whose hearts were in its ministrations. Oh, what wise hearts, what patient hearts, what large hearts, in the scope of all the necessities, and the infinite grace that suits them, ought those hearts to be. What a heart of prayer that ministers to, feeds, and cultivates the Lord's vineyard, and the hearts of the children of his saints, the plants of the Lord's planting, watching every noxious weed, seeing roots of bitterness before they spring up and claim their right by prescription to the soil. Indeed, the Lord has been very gracious to us at P, and I trust will continue to minister there amongst us, for surely he, however gently and lovingly in manner, and how much is it so, is the great purger of the vine or its branches. I should regret indeed, much, the scattering of the brethren at P. However, the Lord orders all things, and much better than we do, so that I feel disposed exceedingly to bow, sometimes I fear too listlessly, which is not right, to what arises. It would appear that the thought has arisen in S. mind of settling at Limerick, but I have heard nothing from him. He is to be with us, as arranged, today. There might be good there. I dread transplanting a good deal, it is not raising up people in the place. However, you are an argument against that, though only sub modo, he would be hailed there I am sure. So much have I felt the necessity of letting the Spirit of God work in each place, I have sometimes hesitated in having been the instrument, much as it might have been my delight and my comfort, of bringing any of my dear brethren over here. Bellet has just returned from visiting the churches or little bodies, southwest, and came back very happy from them, refreshed by their zeal and grace, which has in no small way comforted me, as you may suppose. He reports much grace, not much gift. I like this, it is a good order, yet I believe that many of them there would be found better informed in most important points of Christianity than most of their neighbors, but their minds have been recently expanded, and want deepening and strengthening in what they have opened to. I have long been quite aware of what he speaks of, nor have I indeed regretted it particularly. It taught them wonderfully to lean upon the Lord, and look for grace, and for communion, and his teaching, more than mere leaning on ministry, yet he never left them actually destitute, even of this, and indeed, almost all the active exertion in their parts is in their hands. As to work, I do trust the Lord is surely working there. As to the witness, I think we ought to have something more of direct testimony as to the Lord's coming, and its bearing also on the state of the church. Ordinarily, it would not be well to have it so clear, as it frightens people. We must pursue it steadily. It works like leaven, and its fruit is by no means seen yet. I do not mean leaven as ill, but the thoughts are new, and people's minds work on them, and all the old habits are against their feelings, all the gain of situation, and every worldly motive. We must not be surprised at its effect being slow on the mass, the ordinary instruments of acting upon others having been trained in most opposite habits. There is a great effort making in this country to keep the Reformation within the Church, and not let it go farther than they like, for they are very anxious, as always, to keep God within their own bounds. It will not do in the end, nor, if we are faithful, on the way. There is one advantage in sometimes scattering, not, however, counterbalancing the habit of communion bringing the Lord's presence, and that is the acquisition of the habit of work, a thing much individually blessed ever, but I do feel so utterly our need of leaning on the Lord for these things for the management of the Church. Dear brother, I speak not as though you did not, but for love's sake, seek singleness of eye to our blessed Master's glory above all things, and that glory which shall be alone and above all in the Father's love in that day, may shine so ever in our hearts even now. We must be the Lord's ministers if we were to beg our daily bread, at least, I feel so, but I equally feel how constantly we must wholly depend upon God's Spirit, to guide and lead one in the path he has ordered for blessing. And the glory of truth in Christ Jesus, that one may meet him with joy. Grace be with you, my dear brother. I suppose I may go to the north shortly. May the Lord be with me, and make me his wise servant. My kindest love to all my dear brethren and sisters. I suppose Wigram has left you, and also to the poor people in K Street, and how I rejoice to hear they are going on comfortably. may the Lord keep and bless them abundantly. I rejoice that G. has been faithful, he may be assured the Lord will bless him, not but we all ought to do it, as a matter of course. The Lord bless you and keep you, dear brother, and make you to abound more and more in the only true riches. Your very affectionate brother in him. Dublin, July 24, 1834. 51008E.